Sometimes Americans are silly Billy. Sometimes they say things that are a bit stupid. So today we're going to be taking a look at some of the best examples of Americans saying like stupid things. Lol, it still takes all day to get from Toronto to New York City on a train, or 45 minutes to fly. Same thing in Europe. Nobody takes a train from Germany to France. Well, let's just pull up a map. They are literally bordering countries. Yes, people do get trains between them. Even if you want to go from like Paris to, I don't know, Frankfurt or somewhere, you can still get a train. Knife murders per 1 million of population. Population is a lot larger in the US as well, which makes your chart pretty invalid. Just please think before you comment. To be fair, I'm quite bad at thinking before I comment on things. A lot of the time, I will like, I don't know, reply to a tweet without thinking. It'll just be like the most stupid brain dead reply ever, and I'll just have to immediately delete it. Texas is like twice the size of Europe alone. This is a great opportunity to show one of my... I think I've shown it before, but this is one of my favorite websites. Right, it's called True Size Of. Can I get Texas? There we go, Texas. All right, now we can compare it to the true size of Europe. It's not. Europe is probably, a good 3 to 4 times bigger than Texas. Yeah, definitely at least 4 times bigger than Texas. Also, Paddy is the N word for Irish. It's St. Patrick's Day or St. Patty's, not St. Paddy. Paddy is the N word for the Irish. I'm gonna guess you're not Irish. Well, actually, their great-great-grandfather came over from Ireland, so yeah, they are Irish. What was the first thing you did when you turned 18? Went to a bar that had me thrown out countless times before. When I was underage, the bartender laughed and bought me a beer. Wait, so you went in still underage? Not everyone is American, and the US only lifted the age to 21 like a few decades ago. To be fair, you can't blame them. Like, if that's all you know, that the legal drinking age is 21, you're going to be a bit baffled when someone who is 18 is talking about going into a bar. First letters on license plates around Europe. I love a good map. If you're a regular on this channel, you know I love a good map. This is a wonderful map. So America doesn't exist on this map, or am I missing something? Oh yes, my favorite European country, the United States of America. Oh my god, this is so funny. I'm German and I feel I understand a little, but I never spoke. This is worded so awfully. I'm German and I feel I understand a little, but I never spoke German. Maybe because there are subtitles. There are subtitles telling you what they are saying in English. I'm American and I enjoy this channel. It is fun and I get to learn another language. I'm sure it's gonna get better when we get to the, I don't know what. All right. You understand they speak English, right, and not German. July 2023 has been Earth's hottest month since records began. Real question, why does only America try to fix it? I understand we're not the best, but why does every country expect us to lead? Probably because America is the most powerful country in the world and probably has the most carbon emissions out of any country. But not only America is trying to fix it, most countries are trying to fix it. Me, when I'm washing out the jar of pasta sauce, I'm trying to fix it. Then we're laughed at when we can't. Why don't they step up to the plate? On a post about British people using British slang, y'all have the worst version of English. Our language, y'all have the worst version of English and don't even have a majority of native speakers. What does that even mean? Well, in England, we don't have a majority native English speakers. Yes, we do. People love American tourists because we exchange our real money for fake local currency. The entire Eurozone is an elaborate scheme to trick Americans into thinking this monopoly money is valuable. I mean, there are other currencies than US dollar. I remember seeing like a tweet ages ago from someone being like, why do people in Europe not accept real money, talking about US dollars? Maybe because it's Europe, not the US. Walkable equals being harassed by drug-addicted homeless for you entire commute. This is insane. Have you ever been, anyone has been to like, not like New York or somewhere like that, but like a proper like American, like a small sort of American town? I went to North Carolina and it's alien. It's like the most alien place I've ever been. I've been to like Japan, which is on the other side of the world, and I felt way more at home there than I did in North Carolina, a place where everyone speaks English. Just because it's so weird. Like, you have to drive everywhere. To cross the road, you have to drive. It's like, it's insane. It's just like these enormous stretches of road with nothing but like big Denny's or like big pet shop, like these huge places that are just way too big. Like they don't need to be that big. They're just scary and weird and like almost isolating. It's like proper dystopian. I don't know what this is in reply to, but bro, this is all Italian families. I swear they're not Italian. Sicilian. I know they like to distinguish themselves as not Italian, but that's what they are. Not what I meant. What do you mean then? OP clearly says Sicilian New Jersey family, meaning a family from Sicily and now in Jersey. Okay, assuming they've moved to New Jersey from Sicily within their lifetime rather than having ancestors from Italy, I'll concede they are Italian. Family goes further than your parents. My grandparents are from Italy and I am Italian. Oh, these are my favorite types of Americans, the ones that have like grandparents that are from Italy and they're like, oh yes, I am 100% Italian. No, you have Italian heritage, you are American. The game is at 2 a.m. and it's I'm guessing a World Cup match. You sure? I see it says 3 a.m. on my end. Someone has to sort this out. 3 a.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. Central. Okay, but what time is it on in the US? Surely they're just baiting here, because I swear, like when you go to America, it's whenever like a TV show is advertised, it says like 3 different time zones. It must be baiting. 3 a.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. Central. Sure, but what time is that in America? We should all be able to watch at the same time. As a Texan who is 78% French, my mum is French Canadian. How do you get that to that specific a number? I can actually say I know what poutine is, and it's so tasty. You don't need to be French to know what poutine is. Stanley Tucky or Tucci, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, sorry, says Americans are way too critical about British cuisine. Are you kidding me? Have you tasted your food? Very valid point. Gentlemen, please, you are both bad. You ever had burritos or barbecue? Those are American inventions. Think about it for a second. What kind of restaurant do you go to get burritos? Just think, what kind of restaurant do you go to? That's right, a Mexican restaurant. There is no way you just said that. Burritos are Mexican, invented during the Mexican Revolution in Chihuahua. Texas only adopted the dish, and barbecue is not a dish, it's a way to cook meat, and literally one of the oldest ways to cook meat in history of humanity. Older than entire countries, including the US. Very true, to be fair. I hadn't really thought about it like that, because I'd always thought barbecue food is American, like, cuisine. And to be honest, I think it is. I think they're being a little bit harsh. I think barbecue cuisine is typically American, although you can get Korean barbecue, which is very good. But yeah, I'd say putting barbecue sauce on stuff and putting it on the grill is very American. I have strong British Isles and Scandinavian DNA. Viking! Okay. I find I can use row machines easily when working out. I have naturally strong legs and back. I'm ancestrally built for rowing and hiking over fjords and mountains. But here I am, stuck at an office job in the Midwest of North America. Ha ha, take the fucking L. Hear me out. China and Russia are technically our biggest rivals. Why don't we just team up with them? China gets control of Asia, Russia gets control of Europe, USA gets control of North, Central, and South America, then we all win. Possibly the worst tweet I've ever read. Where would superpowers like Japan, India, Germany, and England go there? We take them over. Oh, yeah, all right. Yeah, sure you will. I prefer the European method. Step 1, don't tip. Done. Yep, in Europe, waiters get a salary and benefits and they're slow at their job. It's expected to have bad service and not pay extra in Europe. Is it? Not so in the USA. Please read up on the customs before going out there, or just don't eat out. You're saying it like getting a decent salary, benefits, and not having to rely on your employer to get access to healthcare is a bad thing. So that is a very American take. Europe chose their little walkable cities. We chose to go to the moon. Please stay there next time you go. Well, yeah, oh yeah, there's fuck all on the moon. That's why no one's gone back. I think India went back recently, actually. I saw that the other day. They landed something on the moon. Like, there's a reason why the USA hasn't gone back to the moon. There's fuck all there. US citizens will need to pay for a visa to travel to Europe starting in 2024. That seems fair, considering like whenever I have to apply for a US visa, I have to pay some money. That seems fair enough. Defund Europe. Stop giving them our taxpayer money. We pay for travel to the USA. It's literally $7 apparently. Why are you getting so mad over that? Good morning from Lincoln, United Kingdom. So cool to see the UK naming things after American people and places. That's just funny. That's just funny. I hope that's fake, because that's just funny. Poland, aka European Mini Texas, is the epitome of fuck around and find out. How is it Mini Texas? It's an internet thing. Poland has been massively stepping up and people are calling it Europe's Texas. I don't think they are. I've never heard Poland be referred to as Europe's Texas. Who spends $120 for a Barbie? Multiple countries use the dollar symbol, genius idiots. But the dollar is literally the sign for the US dollar, so only countries that use the US dollar can use it. I mean, there's literally a country to the north of the US that uses dollars and that symbol. British accent is fun and cool for the first 2 minutes, and then it's like, shut the fuck up, dude, just talk normally. Right. I'm not even going to go into that. Shout out to England for trying the vaccine first. Well, they don't have rights in England, so they probably didn't have a choice. I mean, we most definitely did. You're not even allowed unpasteurized cheese in the USA. Don't tell me you have rights. The only rights you have above and beyond the UK is the right for a person with a room temperature IQ to buy a gun. The moment you realize that cars contain people, anything that stunts cars stunts people. Most aware people know that less cars equals less freedom for individuals. When you can restrict people's movement by forcing people not to drive, you control personal freedom entirely. Europeans are so stuck in Nazi ideas like restricting roadways and movement. What? What? I mean, in America, maybe, like, stunting people's, like, car. We don't even stunt cars here. I guess stunting cars in America would mean, like, you have less freedom because it's, like, a horribly structured, like, road system. Like, here, anywhere you are in the UK, basically, you can walk down the road to the corner shop. In America, you have to get in your car and drive for, like, 10 minutes to a convenience store. It's insane. Oh, here's another one about the visa debacle. Until Europe can win a war without the help of the US, we shouldn't have to pay a dime to visit that continent. It's like $7, bro. Like, why are you getting so worked up over $7? Am I tripping? North America is the US. Canada is above that and not America. Well, what direction is up? What direction is above? Zero chance soccer players are faster than wide receivers in the NFL. Even with 10 pounds of pads on, they still clock higher times. Plus, NFL players don't roll around on the ground when they get leveled. They get right back up and still clock faster times than soccer players. I could go into that because, I'm just going to say they're probably not because they're like, NFL players are built, right? All the fast football players are like slim and lean. I will say something. I reckon if most American athletes went into playing football or soccer, as they call it, instead of going into NFL, NBA, whatever other sports, America would be the best country in the world at football because they've got like the best sports facilities. I know a lot of people would be like, "Oh no, but England is well." No, we're not good at football. We're not good at football. We fucking lose everything. Like if America actually like gave a shit about football, they would win the World Cup like most years. 80% of European culture is American. What? A non-US women's national team World Cup final is still good for the game. Well, yes, it is. I'd argue it's even better because America used to dominate the women's World Cup, but now it's more like balanced in a way. Like other countries are more regularly winning it than the US. Baking is a distinctly American pastime. Distinctly American. Yeah, all right. In no other countries bake. I think literally every other country bakes. Oh my god, this looks brilliant. Irish American and proud. This is a group for all the Irish Americans out there that are getting sick and tired of joining other Irish groups and not fitting in, or being called a Yank, or being blamed for not having thick skin by the real Irish. Were you born in America or Canada but have an Irish heritage? You found your home. If you're from Ireland and living in America or Canada for more than 5 years, you're welcome as well.